Hello everyone, this is GTA Failer and welcome to my series on 100% completion of GTA Vice City without using any glitches. Let's go ahead and begin a new game. And left click right here to skip the cutscene, but this next cutscene is not skippable. A note about the timing program on the right hand side, it's called Live Split, it's free, and the link to this program is in the video description. Also in the description below, you'll find a link to my specific steps that you see here on the right-hand side. Those are going to be the ones that will follow here. The first thing I need to do is turn off work grave, and play safely. That's just a reminder to myself, general tips. And then the next thing is to change the mouse sensitivity to 4. I just find that the mouse is too sensitive by default, and so I'm going to come in here and change the mouse setting from whatever it is, 7 or so, to 4. But you can experiment with that. Okay, with that fun stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and hop onto this thing right here. Hit F to get on, WASD to move around, spacebar to do a handbrake turn. And we're just heading in this direction in order to get to that pink blip on the map. You can lean forward to go a little bit faster when you're on a motorcycle or a moped, like this. But in the beginning, if you're just learning the game, don't bother with that at all. More important when you're on a two-wheel vehicle is just to drive safely and not smack into things and fall off everywhere. So you're supposed to go into that pink marker. You can actually skip it, although I think I didn't skip it. I got too close to it. But you can skip it and just come right in here where it teaches you how to save your game. And then we'll head this way. I'm holding shift while I run. But in the beginning of the game, shift right here to skip that cutscene. In the beginning of the game, you don't have infinite sprint, so you can't run forever. Okay, so in my timing program here, it says after safe house, go north, that's the N, and then make the second left. So good reminder, let's do that. So heading north, and on the little mini map, you can see the first left is this one here. Doesn't look like much of a road. And then here's the second left coming up. And next step in the timing program is to start the party. So that's the, we're sort of on like a multi-step mission right now here at the beginning. So we'll go through this little shortcut heading towards the L. This is, I think it's L for lawyer. Ken Rosenberg is the guy's name. F to get off, walk into the pink marker. And I'll hit slash, and then left click to skip the cutscene. Okay, so we hop back on here. And now we're going to get our clothes. And so there's a clothes icon on the map. Once in a while, you can actually skip the clothes, but here we have to get them to proceed. So I'm moving carefully through here. And if you jump off with F at just the right time, you can smack into that thing. All right, so now we're in some new clothes. And the shift key there skips the cutscene. And now we'll hop back on our moped. If the moped disappears, there's no problem. You can just grab the other motorcycle across the street or just run over here. It's pretty short. And now we're going to hop off and grab the PCJ, the best bike in the game. Okay, so slash that step is done. And now what we're after is a unique jump. So it says here, go down to the second to last pole. That's right here. And we're going to angle slightly to the left as we approach that ramp at full speed. No need to lean while we do this. But we're trying to do 2 unique jumps in a row, angling slightly left here, leaning forward with the 8 key a little bit, and now I'm just looking to see if I can aim for the center of this thing right here, this ramp, and that looks pretty good. Typically, I smack into this building here at the end. You can try to save some health by jumping off the bike at the end, but I typically don't bother. And just like that, 2 unique jumps done. The screen will say unique stunt bonus if you did it correctly. If it doesn't say that, then you got to go back and do those 2, one or both of those jumps again. Okay, next up is heading towards the pink dot to continue with the mission that we're on, which is called the party. So we'll just make a right here. The physics of the bikes is different from the physics of the cars, so if you're just starting off, take some time to get used to it. So here it says park in the pink dot, and sometimes if you park in a bad spot, the game will despawn your vehicle, which might not be a big deal, but it could be a real pain. Left click to skip that cutscene. Okay, so we hop on the bike, we wait for our new friend Mercedes, and then we head this way and we will collect our first of many, many hidden packages. So this house here on the left-hand side, that's what we're after, so just stop anywhere over here. I'll show you we're headed right this direction, right next to the stairs. Hidden package number 1, Mercedes. Get out of my way. And now we'll wait for her to get back on the bike. And now be very careful as you head this way because there's water in front of you and water on the right. And Tommy cannot swim, which seems quite dangerous. So swimming equals death, I guess I should say. And then here, I think you got to stop in this marker, so don't go too fast. The game will let you go right through the pink marker, so you got to actively stop there. Okay, I don't think we can skip this cutscene, and there you go. 5 minutes, 18 seconds for that first mission done. That's got to be a world record of some kind. Okay, north, and then right, left into the alley behind the safe house. So the first right here, and then this left right here. So we're headed for a ramp. You can see it right over here. Aim off to the right so that you land in the alley and don't smack into a building. You don't need to lean on this one. I'll tell you the ones that you need to lean on. So here I'm just angling left a little bit. Unique stunt bonus means it worked. And if it didn't work, then go back and try it again. So that says left up the road, right up the stairs, right in here, squeezing through. And we'll grab a couple of valuable items for us here. So the first thing is this hidden package. That's number 2. There's some armor. So now you can see we have 94 health next to that little heart, and then 100 armor next to the shield. So we have 194 hit points right now. Okay, and then some drive-by ammo. This is really important here because there are going to be a bunch of missions where we're going to want to be able to do drive-bys, and the drive-by ammo is located in places that are not always obvious. Go check out the introductory video to this series where I show you all of the drive-by locations. Okay, so that it said right at the road and then left to the shotgun atop the corkscrew. So I'll slash to indicate I got the directions. And we just carefully make our way up here, and we're going to grab a shotgun, which will save us some time in a couple of missions coming up. So grab this thing. If you have a weapon equipped and you don't want that weapon equipped, for me it's the mouse wheel to change weapons. Okay, so now what we're going to do, there's a rampage icon off there to the right. We're going to come back and do that one later. But we're going to do another unique jump. This one can be kind of tricky, so I'm going to take my time here. The goal is basically to go straight down this ramp, right through the middle of this ramp, and then up the middle of the ramp with the arrow all the way off in the distance. And we're going to lean the whole time, so that's going to be the R button. But I'm going to tap the R button while I lean, and I'm going to aim just a little bit left of center, again, following all of those instructions. So here we go. Forward, leaning, and aiming just a little bit left of center. And now stop leaning, just trying to land up here. I'm hitting spacebar and the reverse key, and then I'm going to jump off to try not to take too much damage. Okay, so there we go. We got the bonus. That's cool. Next up is a hidden package. So you're going to go up any of these ramps here. I like to lean a little bit just to get enough speed. I have gotten separated from my motorcycle in this part, and that's really annoying because then you got to go back and get your motorcycle and drive all the way back up the corkscrew and then come flying off like that unique jump to get over here. Okay, all that for this hidden package, so there we go. Next is a unique jump, so we're going to head back over across this little gap here, and then we're going to go across this thing here, and we're going to head up the middle of the 3 ramps we can see, so the one that I'm kind of pointing to. You don't need to lean here, but I will just to speed things along. And now I'm leaning forward. I just like to be kind of horizontal when I'm doing these jumps. And now spacebar and reverse to slow down, and there's another unique stunt jump. Unique, I don't know what I just did. Another unique stunt done. Okay, so it says west half a block, which is what we just did, and then south. And now we're going to Cone Crazy, which is one of these many side missions we're going to do. It's basically behind the safe house, so you can see the little pink cassette save icon. And I missed it. Too much chit chat. Okay, so it's right in here, directly behind the save icon. And then we'll head up a couple of sets of ramps. And try not to damage this PCJ too much because there actually is another unique jump that we're going to do with it pretty soon. And if you park this in the wrong spot, it will despawn, and I don't want that. So this is where I park it right here in the northeast corner. Okay, so we're going to hop in this car. It's a Stallion. It's always right here, and that will start the Cone Crazy side mission. So we can't skip this one, but the basic idea is that we're trying to go through all 5 of these checkpoints. 5? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5. 5 checkpoints without smashing any of the orange safety cones. If you fail, like if you smash one of these cones and it gets destroyed, all you have to do is, maybe like head downstairs and then come right back. Actually, if you still have your stallion intact, you can hop out of it here. See, I failed right there. But if you still have the stallion, as long as it's parked close enough to the Cone Crazy starting position, then you get to start over right away. So let's try. I think it's somewhere around here. So if we hop back in, do we get to start over? Let's try again. No, okay. Did I goof already? GTA failure failing. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and then come right back with this thing, with this mission starting. Okay, and I'm back. I just drove away about 100 feet away from this parking structure and then came back up, and this stallion here that we needed has respawned. Pushing W here skips the cutscene. You can't skip the cutscene the first time you watch the cutscene, but because we had already watched it, we could skip it. Okay, so the basic idea here is to touch these things and then carefully kind of nudge your way through. I'm going real slow here so that I don't feel like I can knock these things over, but if you crush them, then you fail. So for these next two, I think you're supposed to just like go up this one ramp and then come down the other side, but I have failed that so many times. So I take this very safe strat. I don't know, it cost me like 10 seconds, whatever. And then the last one is right over here. And just hug this left wall and you can smack into this thing at full speed. Super, Cone Crazy is done. And now we'll head back this way. The PCJ is actually a different color because I changed to one that was less damaged. And here we go. Okay, so the next thing says unique jump. So we're going to go up this ramp right at the end of this thing, but it says back up to the wall and maybe even hit the brakes because we kind of want some speed here. And then we're going to lean a bit. So here we go, holding spacebar. Now I'm holding forward. And here we go, and a little bit of lean, but not too much lean. And then I'm hitting spacebar and backspace. So this one's tricky because you gotta, what you want to do is not fly off like I just did right there. Okay, so we did get credit for the unique stunt. I'm kind of glad to show you failing that one. So let's head back to where we were. So we got credit for the unique jump, but there's something else that we need to do while we're up there. So we actually have to get back up there right now. A little bit of a time loss, but this is what you get when you watch videos from someone with the word failure in their name. So it's tricky because if you end up too long, like I just did here, then you go flying off the building, and we need to do something up on the top of that building. And if you go too short, then you don't make it to the building. And then you end up falling down to the ground. Either way, we need to get to the building. All right, so I'm going to try not hitting brakes and not leaning quite as much, but still leaning some. All right, so let's see if that's enough distance, and then spacebar and backspace, and then even turning to try to stay up. Oh, we were so close. Okay, third time's the charm. Oh, we're going this way. All right, we got this, gang. I'm feeling it. I think I just need to lean a little bit less in order to make that jump stick. Once you do a unique jump, you can't get credit for that unique jump ever again. You might get like stunt jump credit and cash or whatever. But we have met our goals for this jump. We just need to land on top of this building. Okay, here we go. Not quite as much lean as before. Gosh, this still looks pretty far. All right, so backspace, turning, everything, trying to slow. Oh, man. Sorry, folks. Sorry, so we're going the wrong way. Sorry. We're going to get this, I promise. Promise. Okay, here we go. So again, I'm going to really try to do even less leaning than I have before because apparently I have not learned my lesson since I keep failing this thing in exactly the same way, going too fast. But I have lots of visions of coming up short on this jump and smacking into the building. All right, here we go. Hardly any lean. Tap, 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 tap. Come on, Rockstar. Please, please, please. Okay, so I've made you suffer through this enough. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to land on that thing and come right back. But I'll keep the timer going so you can see how long this thing took me. It's not supposed to be hard. but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I decided to show you every attempt here. All I did was skip the drive up. Notice that my PCJ is smoking because we are really struggling. Just barely tapping here. All right, that looks quite a bit shorter. Is that enough? And then this looks good. Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. All right, so now from up here, we're making a U-turn to the right. So we're heading back this direction. And just to make sure that you don't fail this thing after taking all the times, at least that I did, we're trying to land on this building. This is what we're after right over here. You could even walk off, but that's what we want. So just make sure that you're heading in the right direction. And I'll just give myself a tiny bit of run up, being super careful here in order to get over this thing. And then, great. Okay, so next up is our very first rampage. So here we go. The goal is to kill 25 gang members, and we have 2 minutes. So we're just going to kind of scroll the camera around, right-click to get this kind of scoped view, and then Z and X zoom in and out. So you don't need headshots like in GTA 3. Just any place on their body will take them out. Okay, that's good. And the only difficulty here is getting folks to respawn in the limited time that you have. And some folks kind of get wise to the fact that their friends are getting murdered in front of them and they start running, which makes it more challenging for us. I do not appreciate that. Okay, 9 left, piece of cake. And if you have trouble getting folks to spawn, just kind of spin your camera around like that until they do. But this rampage is pretty straightforward. And just 2 more, 1 and 2. Okay, rampage passed. Let's go. If you fail the rampage, then because time has run out, then the icon will just come right back up here after that 2-minute timer ends. So feel free to just try it again. Don't jump off, but just stay up here doing that rampage. And if you fail, just walk back into the rampage icon. But once you pass the rampage, the icon is gone forever. Okay, next up, let's head to the L and tackle the next mission. So here's the corkscrew on the left. Love the colors of this kind of like 80s Miami. Oh my goodness, this 80s Miami thing. Let's head into the marker here and left click to skip. And there's a little bit of a faster strat that I won't be able to demonstrate here because I lost my PCJ. Well, I didn't lose it, it's there, but it's all blown up. So you can't get back on it. Okay, so let's grab this taxi cab. And the hidden package, it says it's just east of the small bridge. So we head north to this grassy area on the right-hand side. Don't go too fast here. We're coming to a stop, and it's real easy to drive straight into that water. Your traction is worse when you're on grass. So here is the next hidden package, just like that, 1/25th of the way to completing the hidden packages. Okay, so I do want a bike just for the unique jump that's coming up. So backup strat here is to just pick up a bike. There's a fixed one right up here in these buildings in front of us, right in this corner. And this fixed one is supposed to be used for a mission called PCG Playground. And normally hopping on this bike would immediately start the mission, but because we're on a mission, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, and so hitting F right there, hopefully that bike doesn't despawn. And the bike despawned. Oh my goodness, gang. My goodness. And we do need, what's happening here? We do need a bike, although maybe I could try it in this car. It's a fast car. I'll look and see if the bike is back. Slash there. Oh, hello, officer. All right, so the bike is not back. Oh, 2 stars. We're doing awesome here. All right, so it says the beginning of PCG Playground is the jump. So I've never tried this in a car, but we're just gonna give it a shot, see how it goes. Okay, so heading this way and hopefully with enough speed. I don't know. Maybe. Hey, it worked. Okay, next thing to do is to actually complete the mission. So here we go. Hello, sir. How did you find me so fast? I just want through. Can I just? Okay, so I'd like to drive into the chef here, but I missed it there because I smacked into the building. So try driving into him so you don't have to punch him or anything. But it's not that bad of a fight. So here I'm just repeatedly left clicking and owning. All right, so we picked up the phone. It was right in front of us, but if it's not there, you just left click to skip the cutscene. But you just have to pick up the phone to advance the mission. And now we're going to follow Lance, but I can't run the entire way to where we're going. So right now I'm tap, 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 tapping at roughly that rhythm, and then going to pick up this car. Also kind of being mindful that I have 2 stars. Oh, look out. Which makes things tougher than they're supposed to be, but that's okay. It's just part of the fun. So now we're going to the ammunition. This mission is introducing us to the fact that ammunition exists. But I think we almost failed there because the car smacked into us and our car, oh my, our car almost killed Lance. So then we would have had to start over, which would have been quite embarrassing at this early stage. Okay, so just heading towards the gun icon. So here we go. And you do have to stop in this icon, and then you can just proceed right along. I don't know if it's W or Shift that skips the cutscene. I could hop into the pay and spray, but the 2-star wanted level I think we can handle. Except I think I just missed my shortcut. So what we're meant to do is go down the stairs right here, and then up this way. And as soon as you get close enough to the safe house, the cutscene starts, just like that. And there we go, another mission passed. So we can't skip this cutscene. And there we go, $200 to our name. We're rich. Okay, I think that's a good place to stop. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.